Imagine a void so vast it swallows stars whole, where silence isn't empty, but pregnant with the ghosts of forgotten worlds. A place where time stretches into infinities we can't comprehend, and objects drift like whispers from civilizations long erased. Now picture one of those whispers piercing our fragile bubble of reality. A rogue intruder from the galactic abyss, hurtling toward us at velocities that mock the laws of our little corner of the cosmos. It's not a gentle visitor, it's a harbinger, a glitch in the matrix of the universe. And its name is 3I/ATLAS, the third interstellar object to breach our solar system's defenses, discovered on July 1st, 2025, by the vigilant eyes of NASA's Atlas telescope in the Chilean highlands. But this isn't just another cosmic tourist. Over the past months, as it clawed its way past Mars, skimmed the fiery edge of perihelion on October 29th, and now barrels toward its closest flirtation with Earth on December 19th. 3I/ATLAS has unleashed anomalies so profound, so defiantly unnatural, that emergency protocols have snapped into place. Virtual war rooms hum with frantic data streams. Space agencies from NASA to ESA convene in shadowed briefings, their voices laced with a tension that borders on dread. Because what we're witnessing isn't mere science. It's a revelation, a crack in the facade of everything we thought we knew. And as the clock ticks toward that December rendezvous, still a safe 170 million miles away, they assure us, the fear creeps in. What if this intruder isn't just passing through? What if it's here to rewrite us? Breathe it in, that electric chill racing down your spine. Feel the awe swell like a supernova in your chest, the wonder laced with terror as we peel back the layers of this interstellar enigma. Discovered not as a faint smudge, but as a blazing anomaly streaking across the sky at over 137,000 miles per hour, 3I/ATLAS announced itself with a hyperbolic trajectory so razor-sharp it screamed outsider. Unlike the lazy ellipses of our solar system's comets, bound in eternal servitude to the sun's gravity, this one's path is a straight-line invasion, an escape velocity from another star's clutches, likely ejected billions of years ago from the Milky Way's thick disk, a primordial graveyard of ancient stellar nurseries. Preliminary estimates peg its age at 7 to 11 billion years, older than our sun by eons. A frozen relic from a galaxy that birthed worlds before ours even dreamed of coalescing. Hubble's piercing gaze on July 21st caught it first, a teardrop cocoon of dust unfurling from a nucleus no larger than 3.5 miles across, yet dense with secrets. But as it plunged inward, the real horror show began. Jets of gas erupted like cryogenic geysers, spirals of vapor twisting in patterns that defied every simulation. Cryovolcanoes, they call them now. Ice volcanoes spewing forth not lava, but superheated plumes of carbon dioxide and water vapor, detected by the James Webb Space Telescope in August. 8 times the normal CO2 levels, laced with carbonyl sulfide and pristine water ice, untouched by our system's chemical churn. And then the nickel. Oh, the nickel, a metallic ghost vaporizing at distances where temperatures should keep it locked in stone-cold slumber. 4 times Earth's orbit from the sun, where metals don't dare to breathe, yet here it was, exhaling in quantities that whispered of forbidden forges in alien atmospheres. The alarms didn't blare at first, they whispered. On October 3rd, as 3I/ATLAS ghosted past Mars at a mere 18.6 million miles, ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter swiveled its gaze skyward, its CASSIS camera, designed for Martian canyons, not cosmic interlopers, snapping frames that refined its trajectory tenfold. No threat, they said, just data. Priceless data for planetary defense drills kicking off November 27th under UN auspices, a global simulation where astronomers role-played deflection scenarios, trajectory tweaks, and worst-case impact models. But beneath the protocols, unease festered. Why no hydrogen cyanide? No carbon monoxide outgassing? The James Clerk Maxwell Telescope's spectra from early activity phases showed voids where comet signatures should blaze. narrow collimated jets, laser-like beams, not the chaotic fireworks of solar-born wanderers. A reddish coma, dust poor and eerily stable, with an anti-tail alignment offset by a mere 9 degrees, pointing sunward like a defiant finger. And the mass loss? Calculations from brightness and tail morphology screamed impossibility, ejections at rates that should have shredded a 5.6-kilometer nucleus into oblivion. Yet Hubble's November 30th revisit revealed integrity, a singular, unfractured core, glowing with activity but structurally defiant. No shards, no debris trails, no crumbling under thermal siege at perihelion, where temperatures hit peaks that have vaporized lesser comets into cosmic confetti. This is where the thriller thickens, where the plot twists into nightmare fuel. Fragmentation was the easy answer, the one everyone clung to like a lifeline. We've seen it before. Shoemaker Levy 9 splintering into 21 Doombringers before slamming Jupiter in 1994, or the infamous C/2019 Y4 Atlas disintegrating in 2020, its shards a textbook case of solar stress. Models demanded it for 3I/ATLAS. The jets, 7 in one frantic day per ground-based arrays, should have acted like thrusters, torquing the nucleus into rotational chaos, cracking it open like an egg. Perihelion's tidal fury, uneven heating turning ice to plasma in milliseconds, should have left a graveyard of fragments. Yet the Nordic Optical Telescope's high-res feeds on November 11th painted a different horror. 3I/ATLAS, still single. A pristine silhouette, coma aglow at 500,000 kilometers wide. But the heart, whole, untouched, as if forged from some hyperdense alloy, a cosmic vault sealed against the universe's rage. ESA's JUICE spacecraft, en route to Jupiter's icy realms, pivoted on November 2nd, mere days post-perihelion, to capture a NavCam snapshot, a hive of activity, sublimating ices, birthing a gaseous halo, yet no signs of structural betrayal. China's Tianwen-1 orbiter from Mars orbit echoed the verdict, stable, singular, surging. Fear blooms here, doesn't it? That primal awe twisting into something sharper, a wonder laced with the unknown's icy grip. Because if it's not breaking, what is it enduring? NASA's Psyche mission, tracking from 33 million miles on September 8th and 9th, used its multispectral imager, tuned for asteroid metal hunts, to map the faint coma, refining orbits with surgical precision. Sphere-X, launched to probe exoplanet atmospheres, caught it mid-plunge, water ice crystals mingling with exotic volatiles, hinting at a birthplace starved of metals, a water world long shattered. But the breakthroughs? They cascade like dominoes in a black hole's event horizon. December 1st's preprint from Monsini Observatory, spiral jets interpreted as cryovolcanic eruptions, ice upheavals from subsurface oceans frozen eons ago. Not chaotic venting, but organized fury. Vents channeling pressure like engineered valves, spewing plumes in Fibonacci spirals that mock random entropy. SETI Institute's comparative analysis drops the hammer. Cross-referenced against 2I/Borisov and ʻOumuamua, 3I/Atlas fails every comet litmus test. Rock-like density, nickel without iron, no hydrated silicates. It's no dirty snowball. It's a fragment, perhaps an exomoon's husk, blasted free in a cataclysmic impact around a star-long cold, or a sliver of planetary crust from a rogue world adrift in the void. And now the shadows lengthen. Whispers in the data streams, the kind that spawn viral fever dreams across the X ecosystem. Posts erupt like solar flares. X-ray burst from 3I/ATLAS. It's powering up. One claims linking grainy YouTube deepfakes of anomalous emissions. Another, 0HCN, that's no comet. It's a probe, sterile neutrinos masking its drive signature. Avi Loeb's medium dispatch fans the flames, theorizing dark matter interactions, sterile neutrinos as exotic fuel for non-gravitational boosts. Conspiracies metastasize. UN meetings aren't drills. They're briefings on inbound tech from a Sagittarius nursery, a galactic federation's scout evading our primitive scopes. Why the nickel spike at 4 AU, they demand? Vaporizing metals in cryogenic cold? That's propulsion residue, not sublimation. ESA's December 6th images from JUICE show the coma pulsing green, cyanide traces, or engineered bioluminescence from a derelict arc. NASA's rebuttal lands like a velvet hammer, natural, ancient, informative. But the silence between lines, it screams cover-up. Why scramble Punch and Soho for corona unification data if it's just ice and dust? Why the February 2026 opposition lockdown when it'll blaze all night from Leo's main? Lean in closer. Feel the pulse quicken, that cinematic dread coiling like a nebula's birth. This isn't astronomy's tidy ledger. It's a thriller scripted by the stars themselves. A mystery where the protagonist is the antagonist, the clue the crime. 3I/ATLAS isn't fragmenting because it was never fragile. Billions of years of cosmic ray bombardment have armored it, transmuting volatiles into a crust impervious to our sun's tantrums. JWST's mid-infrared spectra reveal it. Carbon monoxide alchemized to CO2 over galactic winters, a shell sealing ancient pressures until perihelions kiss cracked hidden fissures. Cryovolcanoes awaken not in rage, but in resurrection. Geysers from a buried sea, hurling relics of alien oceans into our spectrographs. The antitale? Not geometry's whim, but a dust trap from magnetic anomalies, a fossil field echoing a parent world's dynamo, long extinct. And the jets, those collimated lances, evidence of subsurface channels, carved by tidal flexing in a youth spent orbiting gas giants in a metal-poor dawn. Yet the wonder pierces the fear, a radiant awe that leaves you breathless, staring at the night sky with new hunger. This intruder carries blueprints of forgotten genesis, exomoons where life might have stirred in methane haze, planetary crusts etched with isotopes from supernovae we never witnessed. It's interstellar archaeology in real time, our telescope's scalpels dissecting a cadaver from creation's abattoir. NASA's 2025 comet studies, scarred by past disintegrations, now pivot on 3I/ATLAS's defiance, refining models for Oort cloud evictions, hyperbolic invaders, the very architecture of planetary formation. ESA's JUICE, having grazed it at 41 million miles, carries data that could unlock Europa's twin. Subsurface habitats, cryovolcanic twins bridging our system to the galaxy's underbelly. And the tech? Oh, the tech. Psyche's imager, repurposed for this hunt, prototypes deep space trackers for the next wave. Because they're coming. Interstellar objects aren't anomalies. They're the norm, a steady rain of 10,000 per year, per dynamical models. We're blind no more. But here's the gut punch, the thriller's denouement that lingers like cosmic radiation. What if the contradictions aren't flaws, but features? What if 3I/ATLAS's paradoxes, impossible stability amid cataclysmic output, metallic ghosts in icy tombs, hint at design? Not the crude hand of little green men, but evolution's blind genius, a survivor sculpted by eons, vents tuned by selection pressures from a harsher stellar cradle, or darker, a von Neumann seed, self-replicating probe from a Type II civilization, its eruptions course corrections masked as natural decay. Loeb's sterile neutrinos, fuel for a drive that bends light without bending space, explaining the non-gravitational anomalies. X-posts swarm with it. It's signaling. Fibonacci jets as prime beacons. The UN drills, prep for first contact protocols, dusted off from Cold War vaults. NASA's verdict? A polite deflection, but their high-rise snaps from Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, due any day, might betray the lie. Resolution to rival Hubble, probing for artificial facets in the coma. As December 10th dawns, 3I/ATLAS rides the Leo frontier, a green phantom in pre-dawn skies, visible to 8-inch scopes under dark domes. Its closest whisper to us, December 19th, looms like a veil lifting, Juice and Hubble converging for a final, fevered stare. Fear it, yes. The terror of the uncontainable, the awe of scales tipping toward the infinite. Wonder at it, the electric thrill of frontiers breached, truths unearthed from the void's jealous horde. This is no mere comet. It's a mirror reflecting our fragility against the galaxy's indifference, a catalyst forcing us to confront the hidden architectures, the dark matter webs, the rogue planet swarms, the echoes of big bangs in a single ice clathrate. Something is seriously wrong with 3I/ATLAS because something about it does not belong. It defies our physics, our chemistries, our very narrative of isolation. It's a paradox incarnate, fragile in form, indestructible in essence, ancient destroyer, bearer of unborn worlds. And in that revelation, the fear transmutes to fire, a viral spark igniting collective souls. We're not victims of the stars. We're their scribes, their challengers, their next chapter. As it slingshots toward Jupiter's March embrace, then fades into the interstellar night, 3I/ATLAS leaves us changed. Scars of awe etched in data streams, conspiracies birthing bold hypotheses, breakthroughs birthing missions yet undreamt. The universe isn't a clockwork cage. It's a thriller, page-turning infinite. And we've just glimpsed the antagonist's face. Beautiful, terrifying, ours. So stare skyward tonight. Let the wonder consume you, the fear fuel you. This is the hidden truth uncoiling. We're not alone in the dark. We're the dark, awakening. And the next intruder? It might not whisper. It might roar.